to desperation. Okay, I have to stop this because I have been playing this song on repeat since the second it came out. I feel like I should have recorded a reaction video of me listening to the song because, like, you could see the wheels in my head turning. I digress. Welcome to the Nevermind podcast with your host, Reem. Um, yeah, I feel like I'm kind of feeling myself today. My hair kind of looks nice. I let it kind of air dry, and I have very rosy makeup. I feel like I'm channeling Sabrina Carpenter, like very rosy cheeks, like stuff on the lips which is also rosy. Um I can't tell you what I have on. But I just came back from meeting up with my friend and having lunch with her, and I'm back. I feel like this is going to be my new podcast background for a little bit, but I'm going to try and switch it up by doing more outdoor episodes. Or I say more as if I've done even one, but like do outdoor episodes, period. But yeah, currently, where are we at? We are well deep into moving. We have successfully moved out a lot of furniture, which has been so crazy because the house looks so much like obviously when I first came in, and it was like 3 years ago. I'll insert a photo on the video version of this podcast of what the house looked like when I had just moved in, and it's starting to look so much like it. But it's been going really good. I've been packing up all my stuff into storage bags, and I was getting a couple questions about, okay, I am moving out, but where am I moving to? And quite honestly, I don't know. I don't have a clue, but my plan is to kind of use some of my savings and kind of put it towards a little bit of travel. And I'm just trying to be a free bird for a bit and like start my life from scratch when it comes to my career and just everything. Another life update is that I finally got my PR card, which is crazy. Like I feel like 8 years have manifested into me finally getting this PR card. Um, it's been a long ride, but we got it. We got it, folks. But I think now I'm in the state where I kind of want to find my next place, and my mind kind of changes every single week and every single day about what I want to do next. All I do know is that I'm 25 years old and I'm not happy where I'm at and like with what I'm doing 100%. Like I could do so much more and be so much bigger and better. So, yeah, the goal is to get to the next stage of my life and find my next place. And that will require a little bit of traveling, a little bit of exploring, networking, growing, building, learning, and definitely humbling myself and taking my ego out of the picture a lot. It also kind of makes me realize um how interesting my life used to be when I was younger. Like I feel like where we used to kind of have so much going on in our day to day when we were kids, because like there was always like a prescription of what there was always something to look forward to. You know what I'm trying to say? Like we went to school for 4 months of a term, had like 2 months of summer holiday maybe, and then you'd have another term, and then you'd have holiday again, and then another term, and so far so forth. And like every year felt like, you really felt the growth every year, if that makes sense, because like you had all of these like things around you, like environment, this you were in this environment which had like ninth grade and then 10th grade and then 11th grade. Like you had an idea of where you were in your growing process, and like everybody was kind of in it with you, and you knew what each age had to bring. Like you knew that grade 10 meant studying for board exams and kind of, potentially going on your first date, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like you felt very prescribed in like a life path in terms of growth and stuff. And then once you kind of cross the whole university and learning portion of your life, you're kind of it's up to you now. Like you have to figure out your extracurricular activities. You have to figure out your classes and your this and your that. And it makes me realize like what how interesting we were when we were kids, because we had access to so much cool shit. Because I think about this a lot. Like I definitely um look fondly but also sadly on this version of me that used to exist, that that had access to crazy opportunities when I was in school. Like you could go and be a part of the drama club. I used to be a part of the athletics team and used to run track, like short, like sprint, and do races. And I used to be really good at hurdles. I also was grade 4 in piano, and I took hip hop classes, and I also acted in school plays. And I just knew I was very attracted to like the creative vibe, like the creative arts of it all. And I was really, really exposed to that when I was in school, but I never got a chance to fully like get into it enough because I moved around school so much. But I'm so sad that I just didn't take advantage of the access that I had when I was in school to really like hone in on something. Because now that I'm older, like you kind of have to figure out your own hobbies, and you're responsible for your own extracurriculars. Like I will never get that chance to go back to a music class and then then sit on a piano and be taught by a teacher, um like the way I was in school, because now it's like my responsibility if I want to like learn the piano again. And I just didn't understand the value of having access to things like that, like sports and uh, arts and all the cool shit that you would basically that would come with high school. Like all that exposure, being a part of clubs and having all these friends kind of in a classroom with you. Like I just feel like as an adult it's very hard to wrap yourself like your head around the fact that you're just not as interesting and anymore, like without any of those things, and you kind of have to build that for yourself. I really hope I'm making sense. I'm kind of freeballing it here if you can't tell, but I really was just thinking about how I had so many labels on me that I was very proud of when I was in school. And damn, I really didn't take advantage of any of those opportunities and that kind of access, because you don't even understand that you have that as an access that's going to eventually go away, right? Like being put into cricket coaching, maybe if you had that option, or going and being a part of a football club, or having piano lessons, guitar lessons, dance classes. At least, like for me, I had dance class and piano class. And I remember I hated playing the piano so much, but I was pretty good at it. I could pick it up really well. And I remember like I hated practicing, and my mother would make me sit on the keyboard, and she was like, "You don't even have to practice, but you have to sit here for an hour. Whether you play or you don't play, you have to sit here for an hour." And obviously, I would eventually end up playing because I was like grumbling and bored, but I hated practicing the piano. But I accomplished it and I went through with it considerably far enough until I had to quit. And now I kind of wish I knew how to play the piano. I really do. Because like I thought muscle memory would re-enter my body if I sat in front of a piano, and I would be able to play. And I do remember most things, but it's really sad that I don't remember how to really play the piano, because I remember being quite good at it. And so I'm a lot less interesting now as a person, I think, when it came to like talents, I suppose. But I also recently had a thought about if I actually got a chance to redo school, like I would do school so much better. I wasn't even a bad student, I was actually decent, but I think I would have, now understanding the value of being good at math and other practical logical types of learning probably would have been nicer to have taken that a bit more seriously. Like I think I could like crush school right now. And it's never too late to stop learning. I know that. It's just so hard to be accountable and disciplined and get back into learning on your own. Like to be responsible for your own education is difficult. So I'm just saying that we got so much when we were kids. We really did. If you were so lucky to be in a school that had extracurriculars and clubs and sports and music and other things like ah or just even just regular school subjects, like I think everybody looked at school as an obligation, and to some degree even like it still feels like an obligation. But when you're like older and you have to work and you have no free time, you kind of wish somebody was comping and paying for some extracurricular activities. Sometimes that would be really nice. Just a little bit of time to do some free time. That's not the gym, you know? I feel like everybody's only extracurricular is gymming. That even I don't do. I did do Pilates for a bit though, I will say. I liked it. Oh, that's also why I took up crocheting as a hobby. Got really into that one. I I I also bought a sewing machine so I could do more of that. It's just that there's no time. I honestly I'm lying. There is definitely time. You can make time for anything. But yeah, I'm not sure where this episode's going, but I think I will stop it here. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.